Welcome to Rock is Reality. Get ready for unfiltered and unapologetic culture, entertainment, relationships, and a little bit of politics on Motor City Woman Radio. Follow Rock is Reality on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. In the meantime, let's go.
What?
You alumni cast?
Yes. Yes, baby, it's 94. Yes, ma'am. I know I'm old school. Yes, I am proud to say. Are we live, Joe? I am proud to say I am a Cass Tech grad.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And this is actually the only green you're gonna see me wearing in my wardrobe. Fun fact about me, I'm also a Wolverine, but I bleed blue. Okay.
Right, I saw that.
People don't, yeah. And this is funny because my girlfriend, shout out to Leah. Her birthday was last weekend. And she's
Happy birthday, Leah.
Yeah, happy birthday. Oh shit. You know you had a good listen. I was so hungover the next day, like, oh my goodness. You can't drink like you used to when you in your 40s.
I don't even
baby.
I feel that now at 30.
Yeah, so we had a good damn time because the next day she like, did you see my? I was like, girl, I didn't see nothing. I'm glad I.
That's a good. That's when you have a good time
because you can't remember. But I said I'm too old for that shit. Now I was like, so anyway, she was like, wear green or gold, and I was like, I don't have no greens. I'm gonna have to wear some gold.
Right.
So yes, I'm a proud Cass Tech alumni, and your baby is too.
I know.
How he doing?
He's doing good, girl. He got on my last nerve, but you know.
But I mean, he's still in school, Alabama, right?
No, my son moved to Tampa, Florida.
Oh, okay. Well, he's still in school. What are you doing?
He's in trucking school.
Oh, okay, well, do something. Yeah.
He works full time.
Good, about to make
He
that
just
money.
passed all of his he passed all of his written exams. So the last thing he got to do is his trucking
I love
his trucking exam.
Yes. Was it Tayshawn?
Tayshawn Scott.
Listen. Oh, y'all, welcome to Rockets Reality. You know we just Joe is like, I'm so irreverent. Listen. I'm the most irreverent host ever, okay? We just jumped into it.
As we should.
I'm here with my girl Jaja Hubbard, y'all.
What up, though?
And Kayla McGlory.
Hey.
Jaja Hubbard, international speaker,
okay,
host, moderator extraordinaire, bomb ass dope chick, Mackenzie Stagg. I'm showing the love because my church was across the way. I don't know if I ever told you that. That was my church. That was across the way. Scott Memorial. That was my church before it burned down. So I drew all of that. I remember. Yep. I grew up pretty much. We kind of grew up
right there.
Yeah, because that was my church from when I was a kid. Fun fact, yeah. Wow. But welcome to Jaja, and just dope ass chick all around. Thank you for coming, Jaja.
Thank you for having me.
And Kayla,
Big K,
the charcuterie queen, y'all, of R&B charcuterie.
Okay, R&B charcuterie.
Listen, look here. Listen here.
First of all, I don't know why I thought that was a hat box.
Listen, it look like it though. Don't it look like the one your grandma used to have on the top? Listen, my grandma used to have them on the top shelf. She would beat my ass. Yeah. Grandma, listen, rest in peace. She was like, don't mess with my hats.
Yeah, grandma didn't.
No, she didn't play that. So welcome, ladies. These are our last two mompreneurs from the D for the month of May, y'all.
Hey.
So y'all give it up for these ladies. Just when people ask me, they be like, what do you do? And I be thinking like a lot of shit. Like, because it's hard. It's hard.
What day?
I ain't even bother y'all to send no bio. I was like, they just both do so many dynamic things. And I just want to publicly love on both of y'all and give you your flowers.
Thank you.
Jaja has been a support for me in media. I really appreciate you.
Yes.
I don't take it for granted. Just know that I appreciate the time. She was like, look, do this. I'm like, okay, let's do it. Get it. She's like, we'll do this. I'm like, yeah. So I really appreciate that because sometimes you need that motivation. And I just appreciate the spirit and that grind that you have.
Because it's contagious.
It's contagious. Listen, and just Kayla, how her sweet spirit, Lord. And one time I got my order wrong, but I went upstairs. She's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was like, girl, I said, listen. I said, that's okay. We gonna get it right next time.
Oh, yeah.
Because she be the little charcuterie boards. Not little, as a matter of fact. Let me take little.
Because those are gorgeous.
Grand, okay? And
gorgeous.
she did this table that's just phenomenal.
Thank you.
So Ladies, let me just start with you. Both of y'all give a snapshot, and I'll start with Jaja. My first question for Jaja is Jaja your real name?
Jaja is my real name.
That's your government name.
That's my government name.
Did she name you after Jaja Gabor?
Yes, she did.
Listen, Mama Hubbard. What's her last name? Hubbard.
No, her last name was Gabor, and if I don't get married, I'm gonna be a senior citizen. My name gonna be Mother Hubbard.
Was your mother's last name Hubbard?
Her maiden name, yes, Hubbard. Yes.
But I'm talking about the famous star, y'all.
Gabor.
If y'all don't know from the 80s, Green Acres. And
that's actually her sister. That's not Jaja.
Oh, it's not.
That's Ava. Ava is on Green Acres, not Jaja.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Joe is like, what the? Okay, thank you. So
they're triplets. It's three sisters: Ava, Eva, and Jaja.
Really?
Yeah.
So Jaja wasn't. Who was she?
She's famous. She's a famous actress.
She wasn't the one on Green Acres.
But she wasn't the one on Green Acres.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. All these
fun fact.
Right. Thank you. Newsflash. Listen.
Yeah.
I used to listen. Yeah. Green Acres, y'all's from.
I just hope I ain't got to marry 6 men to make her money, though.
Look.
That's it.
Come on now. Come on, please.
Hey, she left wealthy.
Right. So your mama did name you Jaja.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. Because Kayla says, is that her name? I said, I don't know. I never thought that. I said, and I'm thinking, like, you know how black people is. It probably is. Shit.
That's my real name.
How we do.
Right. I've been asked that my whole life, and people give me all type of new names, and I'm cool with it. I mean, after a while, you stop fighting with people about certain stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Girl, the many times I'm called Raquel, I'm like, fuck it. Just say
Raquel.
You know your name.
Some stuff I'm at an age now where I try to eliminate as much stress as possible.
Yeah.
And I take it as a grain of salt where I'm charging your heart and not your head. I mean, charging your head and not your heart.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Certain shit you just really have to just be unbothered about because
it's a lot of shit.
Exactly.
It's like daily shit.
Right.
Daily.
Especially as a black woman. Like, okay, you know what?
Especially as a black woman.
Not today.
You want to drive yourself crazy trying to figure out why you I can't figure out why you move how you move.
Man.
You open the door, thank you. That's
man.
Right.
You don't open the door. I still gotta open it.
Exactly.
Man. I still gotta walk through.
Right.
Okay.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So Jaja, how did you get started? Give a little snapshot because Kayla and I were talking about how we all, what led us to this point.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And I know it's a lot of shit.
Oh my
it's
God.
just a lot. It's just a journey. When I look back on stuff that I've went through, I'm like, damn, God was really preparing me.
Thanks.
You look back,
yes,
like, that shit was.
That was it was orchestrated.
Are we about to go to church?
It was orchestrated.
Ring the bell, okay?
It's divine. But you know what? In all thy ways, acknowledge him and he shall direct your path.
Baby. Come on now. One of my grandma's favorite verses. Okay,
yeah.
Listen.
I started actually in the car listening to Martha Jean the Queen as a kid with my mom.
Pioneer.
Before my mom joined a church, for real, church was in the car.
Okay.
And so we started going to a church, Bishop Hatton's church, Pentecostal church at first on Schoolcraft. And we were always late. We got there right when benediction, benediction, amen, amen. Yeah. And it was over. And my mom would just go pay her tithes and then it would be like, okay, this woman, Martha Jean the Queen, is so powerful. And all we're doing is listening to her voice. We don't see her face.
Right.
We don't, you know what I mean? There's nothing, but yet she has such a huge influence on the way people operated. And I believe that God had ordained me to be able to have that voice. I've always been influential. And then I grew up in church where I was the mistress of ceremony for a lot of different events. I really owe my career in like speaking, hosting, and all these things to Mother Willie Mae. I think that's her name. Willie Mae Willingham. I think that's her name, Mother Willingham. Anyway, her name is Mother Willingham from Greater New Jerusalem. I was on my way to CVS with my quote unquote friends at the time. And Mother Willingham said, "Come here, girl. You know how to read? Read this." And I said, "Yes, ma'am, I know how to read." And she said, "I want you to be the mistress of ceremony for the program." And I said, "Okay, ma'am." And that was that.
You're not telling them no. You're not telling them no.
After that, I was a mistress of ceremony for every event.
I love it. And so from then on, like, what did you do? Like, you grew up, graduated from high school, all of that.
I graduated from Specs Howard in TV and radio.
So we both, okay.
Yep. So
Specs alum. Yes.
408, RTV 408. I did a dual concentration, video and radio. I wanted to do news my way. And I knew if I got on Fox 2, Channel 4, I'm
exactly.
a little too hood.
Exactly.
I've been and popped off on live TV.
Listen.
If a story come across my desk, with especially from my hood, you know, then I got to be like, you niggas need to chill out.
Right.
Y'all
acting up. Exactly. That's what you really want to say. Shit. But you got and you got to be impartial too. That's part of why I chose the podcast route.
Yeah.
Jaja, because I was like,
you get to speak your truth.
Nigga, I'ma say shit, motherfucker, goddamn sometimes. Okay. Yeah. I want to be able to do that and just be, as I said, irreverent. Just talk about taboo topics.
Yeah.
I don't tiptoe around shit and just be yourself.
Nope.
So, and it was a lot of politics and getting into that.
Oh, I can imagine so. I can imagine so.
So you finished Specs and then...
So I finished Specs Howard and then I started doing guest appearances on different radio shows. I started doing interviews with different people. People will always ask me, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? And then when I was working for Wayne County, I worked for Wayne County for 14 years under our Wayne County clerk, Kathy M. Garrett, who's also one of my mentors. I also worked for Dorinda Clark Cole, Grammy Award winner of the Clark Sisters. I actually wrote her scripts. Shout out to First Lady Kelly Johnson because she was the producer of Dorinda's show. And when I got fired from Wayne County. Shout out to Kathy M. Garrett because she fired me, but she rehired me. Okay, because when you're good at what you do, people know, right?
There's no denying it.
And so, during the time frame where she fired me, I started working for Dr. Cole. And at first, it was just helping out as much as I can, putting chairs together, getting guests in the green room, serving them food, getting the spread together at the station at TCT. And then
this was her show that broadcast from here in Detroit?
Yeah, that was her show that broadcast from here in Detroit. And we would actually film 5 episodes in one day. So it was the whole day of production.
Wow.
And
wow.
Yep. That's how I be.
I would just get in where I could fit in. They asked me, hey, can you be a teleprompter? Yup. Can you do camera? Yup. Can you help this? Yup. And so one day, First Lady Kelly Johnson came in and said, hey, Ja, I need you to write an opener. And I said, you want me to write an opener? Okay. And I was like, all right. So I wrote something. And then Dr. Cole liked it. And so she said, well, I want you to write an episode. She came in and had me write a script. And I'm like, you want me to write the whole script? Then she said, I want you to write the script and I want you to do the teleprompter. So now it was, she's reading my words and I'm able to control the tempo of the teleprompter, how she's reading it.
Okay.
So when I learned how she read, if she read fast, if she read slow, medium, whatever that was. And so from there, she just started giving me more opportunities to write, more opportunities to produce.
Wow.
And she would pay me. Like it went from me volunteering to me getting paid. And it was like,
exactly.
And I was already dealing with everybody in politics and all of that stuff. So it just worked hand in hand. And I just knew, you know, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
That's what's up.
Amen. Amen.
That's what happens though. You have to sow your seed.
Yeah.
And then it just, you graduate.
And I sowed, and I didn't say this was beneath me. I don't.
Yeah. Right. No, because even the small, because the top should even know the smallest task.
Okay.
You should take pride and know even the smallest task.
I was so grateful. Rocky.
I love it. Yeah.
Like I was really great. Like, cause you know, when you are in that shift of career, right? I just got fired. So it was like, I want to do TV and radio, but I am working in politics. You know what I'm saying? And so when I got the opportunity to do that, it was very uplifting and empowering.
And that's a lot of people don't understand. Like you have to start at the bottom.
Yeah.
And it's not. I mean, you know the Drake song. That's
you
the first.
No,
place.
that's
you gotta work
thing.
your way up, right?
Yeah,
you have to start somewhere. You can't just
just pop out.
I learned so much from Dr. Cole, just in terms of how to deal with your guest, how to deal when people cancel.
That was probably one of the most beautiful transitions of your life.
It was.
That probably put you into place.
And I was going through a divorce at the same time.
Lord have mercy. Boom. Wait a minute. So how did we get to I Said It?
Yeah, I Said It came from
Which has been how long?
5 years.
Okay. Good.
5 years this year. It came from me working in corporate America. And you know how you have those meetings?
Child, I'm the one who be like, listen, are we going to talk about this bullshit? I mean, the elephant in the room, that be me. Like,
that was me. That was me. Yeah. And every time they had a meeting in any facet, any organization, do you guys have any comments or questions?
Yep, sure do.
The consensus was no, we don't have any questions. We don't have any nothing.
Everybody just walk out with their head down.
So after the meeting, every time everybody having dialogue about what just happened in the meeting, and ain't nobody had nobody said anything.
Exactly.
And I'm like, why y'all didn't say nothing?
See?
And so now it became a thing of I just listened, and I listened. And then when the meeting happened, they say anybody got any questions, I was a person telling everything.
Exactly.
I said everything. And people used to be clutching their pearls like, did she just say that?
Yeah, I said it. Yeah.
I said
it. Sure did.
I said it.
I love that.
Yes, sure did.
Because it gets to a point where it's like, either you're going to be grown and have a backbone or shut up.
Right, exactly.
That's
because you gotta you gotta have uncomfortable conversations. You gotta, we gotta put it out there at times. Ooh, child. So okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, let's pause a little bit. We're gonna come back.
I said it. And before I take it back, I'm gonna add more to it.
Right. Listen. I love it. I love it. So that's how when I saw that, I was like, oh yes. Because we both fire signs. So I love that. Listen, we sweet as pie, but don't play with it. Don't play with it.
The extremities are the fact that we love so much. If you mess with us, we hate you with just
we're gonna
as much
burn
passion.
your ass up. I'm an Aries, she a Leo. No, Kayla, you a Cancer, huh?
I am a
so
Cancer.
Leo gang in the house. My son a Cancer,
Kayla,
July 1st.
Oh, he's so sweet. Oh, I know they sensitive.
Jeez,
but you know what, y'all good listeners though. Cancers are very therapeutic people. They're good for your soul.
That's true.
So
my son, I don't know what kind of therapist he is.
That's because he's your son.
Right.
He gonna get on your nerves regardless.
I've actually never met a Cancer that's a boy.
Man.
So, but I've heard that it's completely different.
I don't even
women
know.
Versus boys. Yeah. Same time, just different.
What's he about to be 20?
Yes, girl. July 1st.
Does he wear his heart on his sleeve?
You know what? My son is a real crab. That hard on the outside, soft on the inside deal.
Okay. Oh, I feel that.
So wait a minute, Kayla is a boy mom as well. She has 2 boys, and that's R&B is named after Roman and Brody.
What?
Yeah.
So R&B ain't had nothing to do with rhythm and blues.
Exactly. Look, that was the thing.
Yes.
Like R&B. So when R&B first,
you thinking it's music? Yep. No.
Because everybody loves music, right?
But she did. I like the little blurbs you used to do with music though. Sometimes.
Yeah. Everybody loves music. So that was my thing. I said, look, I'm just not jumping out, but I'm just starting out. I knew what I was doing, but I was just starting out. And I said, I need something that is going to bring everybody. Because I don't know what my market is. I don't know if it's going to be suburbia, Detroit, or I don't know. I just didn't know. So I said,
you like to eat, you my customer.
Right. And then I knew with the purpose of charcuterie, it was always going to be an ode to my boys. Yeah. I said, if I'm going to do this, I am going to do it like wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
And I am going to put their names on it to the point where it's pressure on me. So we can't fail.
Yeah.
Because how am I going to
generational wealth.
Yeah. You're 20 years old and I put myself in your shoes looking at your son, 20 years old. Oh yeah, we used to have a business named after you, but we failed.
Man.
That's never going to come out of my mouth.
Man.
So,
well, these are but I guess for me, because I've been in business a long time, I've always been the youngest parent out of all the groups.
Okay.
Because I was 17 when I had my son. Okay. Right. And so whenever my son was in school, there were always older moms that were there.
Okay.
So I had a lot of successes and failures where my son had to watch literally me knuckle and grind and have successful businesses and watch my businesses fail.
And get back up again.
Back up.
Listen, he can't say so for you, because he can't say his mama. Listen, he better not ever let it come out his mouth that my mama didn't. You better, because your mama done.
Man,
I don't know. From what I see, you've sacrificed for your baby.
I've sacrificed a lot.
And you poured into him a lot.
I have.
So you should be proud. So Tayshawn, make your mama proud if you listening to this now. Quit acting up.
You know what? I am proud. He just
he being young, they being young.
Well, no, it's not even about my son being young. I think my son has a lot of brokenness in him because of his father. And I think a lot of that stems from the fact that his father lived 10 blocks up and could barely call him and say, hey, son, I'm proud of you. And then one of the things that I had to make peace with is the fact that you can't expect things from people that they have not graduated to.
They're not capable. He didn't have the capacity.
And as easy as it is for us to say that, it's hard for a son to look at his father who's well capable, physically able. And
but
so
just making that conscious decision not to.
Making that conscious decision not to develop that relationship.
Yeah.
And there's so many young Black men who are angry, who have
and
aggressive
women.
and Black women.
Because you can only do so much. Mama, we can only do so much. Realistically, I have to recognize, that's why I tell Ben at times, that's your job. I don't know. Because Dylan he 12 and you know, we going through puberty. I was like,
longer showers.
I'm like, we need to you need to have a talk with him, please.
Your turn,
because I can't. I know as his mama. So,
Yeah.
but that's good. You recognize that so you can understand him better.
Yeah, and me. Like, and I had to have a real ninja conversation with him on Mother's Day because he was talking to me a little aggressive. And I said, my nigga, I need you to take some of that aggression out your voice.
Because you away from home now. You don't forget.
But I think one of the things is I've always had, so every person, man and female, has masculine and feminine energy.
Yeah.
Raising a boy, you find yourself having a lot more masculine energy, especially if you're a single mother, right?
Oh, yeah.
And there is not a male present consistently in their ear. And so for me, I'm more in a feminine space now, right? I'm not on your ass about I'm trying to live my soft life. So son, I need you to pipe down.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think sometimes it's an adjustment for everybody, you know, because for him, I've always been, what up, my nigga? This is how me and my son talk, right? What up, son? You straight? You good? Y'all, everything tight? Now it's more like, hey son, how you doing today? You okay? And so now it's a different energy and a different vibe. And I think now, even with me like transitioning from 9, 10 and getting back to what I'm doing, like my son, like, why you ain't cuss the man out? I'm like, well, I didn't have the energy to cuss him out.
Right. Yeah, everybody don't need to be cussed out. Just keep it moving. Just keep it moving. It's not, we're not gonna be bitter, right? So wait a minute, I want to go back to Kayla right quick. And we're gonna come back to that because you're right. It's so many growing pains as mothers and so much we discover about ourselves. And it's just, as they get older, certain stuff is, I'm not about to fight with you about it because you are getting older.
Yeah.
You know, and you do have to learn something.
Going to be something.
Right, you got to bump your head on your own.
Going to be something.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So for you, Kayla, what was the moment where you said, I'm done with corporate? Because you were in the mortgage industry. Talk about how R&B charcuterie.
So what happened was,
what happened was, right, what happened
was, my son Roman was born December 14th, 2019.
Wow.
Okay. So I'm at home on maternity leave.
Right.
Ain't nothing to do but nurse a baby and watch the news.
Right,
girl.
So my husband's going to work every day and I'm just in the house with, at the time, Brody was 2 and Roman was a newborn. So they got 2 years between them. And I was just nursing the baby, watching the news all the time. I was watching COVID, talks of COVID. And I was just like, you know, it was
torturing yourself.
It was happening in real time to me. I was like, every single day I was just blown away. But so COVID happened. I was still on maternity leave. My husband started to work from home full time. When he's working from home full time, the restaurant started shutting down. Restaurants started shutting down. You know, the world, we're in quarantine. There was nothing to do. My husband and I were foodie people. Okay. So he was like being super dad to our 2-year-old because I was walking around with a newborn. The newborn is mine. The big one is yours. That was just those are our roles.
Yeah. You gotta underline
everybody had a fair understanding of that. Like everybody was happy with their respective roles, including the children, right? Everybody was fed, healthy, bathed. So at the end of it all, he and I, like, we could never chop up. Hey, did you pay the property taxes?
Oh, shit.
Or hey, did you call your mama on her birthday? Or hey, did you return your sister's voicemail? Or hey, I seen you know, family business. By the end of it all, we would just be in bed like dead, tired. So that's how charcuterie came. We had a family meeting and I brought a board because we didn't have any restaurants. You know, we weren't getting takeout. The normal was no longer an option. So then as quarantine began, I got, because we were on lockdown. So that's when the board started, just with him and I in the house. I was like, oh, we're gonna try this, we're gonna try that, cutesy ootsy. And then once quarantine happened, I was like, oh, okay, everybody, I know anytime you around 5 people or more, somebody gonna eat.
That part. Right.
So I'll bring a board. I mean, I was bored anyways. I was bored with my board. So,
right. Girl, listen. Pun intended. Okay.
That was good.
Pun intended. That
was good. So I was the board lady. And then, you know, people would be like, oh, well, I'm going somewhere.
I want one.
Yeah, I want one. So I can
because you know how we do. Where you get that from?
Right. Especially when it's quality.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it
quality.
went from there and there and there and there, and then pretty soon maternity leave was up. And I went back to work, but at the time we were still working from home full time. So that was fine and dandy. And then they wanted us it was like hybrid. They wanted us to come into the office. I want to say 2 or 3 days a week or something like that. And I was for it.
I was. It's the past tense.
I wanted to be for it so bad.
Right.
I wanted to make fetch a word so bad.
Yeah, I wanted it to work so bad because this was my career.
Yeah.
This was my career. I had great benefits. I had seniority. I had flexibility. I had bonuses. It was everything that people with degrees want.
Yeah.
It's what I had is why people go to school, and I never went to school. So I was extremely blessed. I felt extremely favored, and I was just not. And then I had these two, not that I was a single mom, but I just felt like I got these 2 little people running behind me.
Yeah.
I can't gamble with their livelihood.
Yeah.
They didn't ask to be here, but at the end of the day, I stepped out on faith. I trusted my gut. I said, if I had more time in my day, maybe just to be a more present mom instead of trying to do charcuterie, work a 9 to 5, be a homemaker,
right?
Parent.
Girl,
one of them got to go,
right?
And I'm not willing to compromise Roman, Brody, my husband, or my home. Yeah, I'm not. Those 4 things you can't,
and that's a blessing.
You can't. Like I will gladly make that decision 10 times over. And there's plenty of times like I through this journey of entrepreneurship, I cry. I cry a lot. Listen. But that's because I'm a Cancer, right? Hard on the outside, on the inside. I cry a lot. I will. I call my cousin all the time, and I'm like, what the fuck did you let me complicate my life?
Girl.
Who told me to go do this? I was sitting in the lap of luxury.
Not lap of luxury.
Well, that's we be comfy.
It was. Corporate America is comfy.
It is.
But it's like it lacks that excitement too, though. Yeah. Being an entrepreneur is so exciting.
Let me
even
tell
though
you,
it drags you.
The itch of the entrepreneurship is
it drags you, but it be so.
Let me tell you something.
I
knew I wasn't staying. I didn't want chair booty.
Exactly.
I don't like being clocked on when I got to go to the bathroom. Don't rush my number 1 or number 2. And sometimes I just want to be in the bathroom and have a quiet moment,
just scrolling.
And
but I think that's the difference between my position and yours. I guess no one was clocking me.
Yeah,
no one was clocking me. I was.
See, it was my co-workers that was clocking me. It wasn't my boss. You see, sometimes you get in situations where you got favor with your supervisor, employer, or whatever, and everybody else don't.
Yeah, right. That's right.
Exactly.
That's
Haters.
Right.
Exactly.
And people start noticing. Oh,
right.
How come she don't
so wait a minute. When did you make the leap, Jaja?
After my mom passed.
Oh, okay.
After my mom passed,
that'll do it.
Yeah,
I was just like, I'm tired of y'all niggas.
Yeah, life is too short.
That was just
so you became a speaker, host, and
I was already doing it
and been traveling, y'all. She done met Tina Knowles now, by the way, and Governor Gretchen
Whitmer,
is
Big Gretch.
I
love her.
Big Gretch is her boo.
She better get her stuff together and fix these damn roads, because you fixing roads that don't need to be fixed.
Well, I mean, it seems like it's always somewhere.
But it ain't where it need to be. Like y'all fixing stuff that was already fixed.
Right.
Like why y'all scooping up this street?
Right.
Like wasn't nothing wrong with this street.
Yeah.
But that's no here no there. I already been on a conference call with
I believe Big Gretch is doing her best.
Wait a minute. So let me ask you, ladies, what is something you've learned about yourself on this journey? Because I've learned a lot about myself being an entrepreneur and just being in business and how to take accountability. And it's really humbling at times when I fuck up and I'm like, ooh, okay.
Well,
Woo, okay. But now I'm learning, I'm not even going to fuss about it. I'm going to just accept, okay, I'm sorry. Let me get my shit together. So that's one of the things I've learned with this journey is just being humble and sometimes you got to eat crow and you just do better the next time. So I'll start with you, Kayla, and then you, Jaja. What?
Lord. There's so many lessons. There's just so many lessons.
It's the posture. She was just like, oh, Lord.
Because
I know we don't. Yeah,
girl. What was the question?
What have you learned about yourself?
What have I learned about
on
myself
this journey?
I work very well under pressure. I work very well under pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say that. That's all I got for today. Sometimes that's enough.
Okay, listen.
Because every day I really feel like I learned something new. Every day I'm like, damn. Didn't know
I need you to teach me how to do that rose salami.
Oh, that's easy.
The salami with the rose. She made a rose out of salami, baby.
That.
I'm like, ooh,
that's easy.
Ooh. So, okay, for you, Jaja, what have you learned?
So I'm gonna be so okay. y'all already know I'm
and
straight
shout
up
out
no
to your
chaser.
mama for all the lessons. I wish I had met her. Mama gave a lot of lessons.
My mom is really my mother was really my friend. And I wish that
you're the
would've-
oldest.
I'm the oldest of 7 children.
Oh wow. Oh yeah. Ooh.
And I wish I would have valued her as a person and not a mother. A lot more.
And see, that's something we'll realize till we get old and grown.
Yes.
Not old and grown until we grow up and have our children. I started to see my mother. Yeah, she's
I
human.
look at my mom as a human now.
Yeah.
So okay.
I wish that like we've always had talks, we've always had dialogue, but I just wish I would have been able to have more dialogue with her as Kelly the woman and not Kelly the
mother.
Yes.
Right.
You see them in a whole different light.
One of the things that I've learned about myself, and I say this so humbly, so please don't take this no type of way, but I'm really the shit. I really am.
I mean, take it how you take it.
And the reason why I say that
is
because
humble but not hidden. See, that's the thing.
And the reason why I say this is because so many people have tried to minimize my talent and my gift. You are too loud. You are too smart. Either you got to be pretty and quiet, or you can't be too opinionated. People won't listen, or it was always these different nuances that people like to put on you and your abilities
to make themselves feel comfortable.
Yeah, to make themselves feel comfortable. And I had to get to a place where I had to say, Jaja, fuck these people. Like, respectfully,
right? Like, because they gonna have something to say regardless.
Like, 1 minute your personality is too big, the next minute is why you ain't big, why you ain't usually like how you usually are. When I'm quiet, why you so quiet? Like, it's like you never can win with people. And once I really, really sat down and really meditated on my gifts and my talents and what I knew, what was the consensus that I was good at, and that was using my words, using my influence, bringing that positive sunshine in every aspect that I'm in. And so once I really dived into that and really dove into that, I had to really eliminate other people's opinions of me. Because a lot of times people get caught up in, do they like me? Do they not like me?
You know what? That might have been an on-time word just for me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'm gonna put that right in my pocket.
Yeah.
Because that's a battle I find myself with in entrepreneurship all the time. Is I know I have like a huge church backing, right?
Yeah.
So I find myself almost censoring or muting myself because I don't want to offend.
I did that too when I first started my show. Like,
I don't want to offend.
Listen, I'm a Christian, but I will cuss your ass out. Okay, just listen. You gonna get this Jesus and this juice.
You know, with the whole cannabis thing. Moms who smoke weed. You know, that's a whole nother thing. So
thank you, God.
We are highly productive mothers.
Highly productive.
We are highly productive.
First of all, weed kept me from beating y'all up.
Listen, you better know it keeps me calm. You better know, because that's why I never did yayo, because I beat somebody's ass. I'm too hyper.
You see these hands?
Listen.
I still got them. And I'm trying to pray for y'all and not play with y'all. Okay?
As a social worker, as long as it's not interfering with your parenting, listen, y'all good. These kids is good.
Yeah.
Shit.
Because people know what they're doing too. Yeah. People be knowing what they're doing. People know what they're saying. People know how they move.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to have this mindset. Oh, did I offend them? Or, oh my God, man.
Even when you think you haven't,
it's still. But that's
okay.
I was laying in bed thinking to myself, I said, the second thoughts and the second guessing about censoring myself, that's the moment I've lost.
Yeah, that's the
moment I've lost.
Overthinking it. We tend to overthink stuff.
And then I said, we gonna have a cakes, graze, and blaze.
Yeah.
We had a good damn time too. I loved it. Shout out to Jessica Jackson and her wife of Copper House.
Yes,
we had a fucking ball. It was such a vibe.
Okay.
It was just enough women there. We kicked it. We decorated our cupcakes. Shout out to Brandy of Baby Cakes Bakery.
Okay, hey Brandy.
Listen, her cakes look good and they taste good.
Yeah.
And it was just, it wasn't no, and Quenched Mobile.
Yes,
Okay.
Devin.
Yeah,
Started
girl,
baking.
her and her husband. I love it. I asked him, I said, what y'all do when y'all get into it and y'all got to do a party? Because
Guess what? They still do it.
And they
that's
still
what
do
they said.
it.
I bet it help y'all get over it. Because working with your husband, your
Oh, yeah.
spouse.
Or
yeah.
family. I mean, I work with my
Right,
sister. Me
yeah,
and
I
her stay
know.
into it.
Look,
If
hey,
we be,
hey,
if we
Nunu.
look, hey, no, and we get
Nunu
right
can
to
cook,
it.
y'all. Nunu can cook, y'all.
Okay,
by the
shout out
way.
to Nunu's Kitchen, Detroit.
Listen, woo, child,
Yeah.
that shrimp. I'm still thinking about that shrimp from that Mother's Day thing.
Yeah.
But wait, I want to get back to what you were saying, Kayla, about the church people. You saying like watching you on your IG and stuff, or because we know that we from growing up in a black church, we know. Child,
Yeah. I mean, well,
the elders, child.
I had people trying to censor me. Now they quote my stuff over the pulpit.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
They flip it around, don't they?
No, they saying, yeah, I said it. And before I take it back, I'm at, they saying my stuff. And you know what? There was a point in time where I felt some type of way when people copied off of me.
Okay, talk about that.
But because I'm a leader, you got to expect people to copy.
Exactly.
You got to.
Exactly.
I feel that I think it's. I
But
agree.
this is
It's exhausting.
It's exhausting, but what it
It's
tells you,
exhausting.
this is what it tells you.
I'm tired.
It tells you that you are the visionary and that you are the leader that God has created you to be. Because clearly, when a person copies off of you, that means that they're not putting enough time and energy to hear from God to see what God wants them to do.
Right.
They see, oh,
Right.
she does charcuterie boards. I want to do it like her. Oh, she got
Everybody.
Rocky's reality. I
Everybody.
want to do it like her. Oh, Jaja, a red carpet host, a TV host, a radio. I want to do what she doing. And a lot of times people jump into stuff not knowing all of the intricate
the
details.
grind, the grind. So that's what is exhausting. Acting like you're not being, but I mean, trying to not
Emulate,
be bothered
yeah.
and keep it moving.
So I think what's exhausting about that part of entrepreneurship to me is the fact that, first of all, charcuterie is aesthetic and it's luxury.
Yeah.
And I'm really tired of seeing people put olives in their grapes.
You know what?
Like, talk about it.
Yeah.
Call them out. Call them out.
I'm getting very tired of salami roses being made out of wine glasses. You know, we all start somewhere.
Yeah.
I get it.
Joe.
But for the market to be so saturated, and because charcuterie, like I said, it's a luxury thing. Not everybody eats charcuterie every day.
No, they don't.
So for
Right.
for a small business owner, if you are owning if you have a niche, right, a small business niche that's not necessarily going to fit into everybody's everyday life, that means that your market, you get one time to blow their mind.
Yeah.
You get one holiday, one birthday, one whatever for them to order a board and be like, I can't have another gathering without it.
Yeah.
So because the market is so saturated and because how can I say this?
Just say it, girl.
Listen, unfiltered and unapologetic.
Right. Charcuterie. Our charcuterie boards are they don't fit in everybody's budget.
Yeah.
Right. They don't fit
quality.
It is quality and you get what you pay
It's
for.
not expensive though.
Yeah.
I think your price level is fine.
But I think as thank you. I appreciate
They giving Save a Lot, you giving Whole Foods.
I'm just saying for what
you definitely do get what
I don't
you
know if
pay
I can
for.
put the camera. Did you see this? This is
I
the
did.
pescatarian, and I'm gonna put the camera on it.
I did.
Is that my brie up in there?
So
Child.
No, it's not.
It looked like caviar in there.
Girl, listen.
But the caramelized onion dip is in there.
Oh my God.
Somebody was asking me
I want to
for
lick
that.
your face, but I'm not gonna do that. You know
I don't
what?
know what I'm in the middle
Okay,
of.
what you do is not no bullshit. Exactly.
Yeah, it's really not bullshit.
It's art. It's
It
art.
is.
You know, because I really got it out of the mud.
Yes.
I will say that. And so I got this
Mhm.
out of the mud, and then to see the market just become so saturated, and because price points of my competitors are lower, I get it. Inflation is high. Everybody has a budget. I
Yeah.
get it. So unfortunately, I don't fit into a lot of
They're not your
budgets.
customer.
They're not my customers, and that's
Right.
fine too.
Yeah.
But it's disheartening to me because then it's like, well,
You make us look bad.
you are making us look bad
Yeah.
because there's plenty of times where someone will say, okay, Kayla, I need you for this. And I'm like, okay, I can't do it. I'm booked, but I'll hand them off.
Refer.
Refer them to someone, who I believe in or who is capable. But yeah, it's just
Child,
so that's horrible. I'm tired of that.
Right, listen,
I'm tired.
But
and I'm not lowering my prices.
Yesterday's price is not the same as today's price. That's fine.
It is fine, but
we shouldn't lower our prices either. No,
it's just dumb.
no. And then if somebody say no or okay, we gotta just keep it moving. You gotta learn how to keep it moving because you're gonna get that yes. So let me ask this lady, since this is May is Mental Health Awareness Month, I wanted to right quick ask, what do you all do to preserve your mental health? What do you do for self-care?
Part of my self-care is a part of also my brand, right? So my brand is looking the part, right? Because I'm always somewhere, right? I'm always being asked to do something. So part of my self-care is tending to myself. Making sure I got my good lashes on, making sure I do a nice scrub, making sure I go get a full set, making sure I go sit and get my nails done and don't rush my pedicure, let my feet soak. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like for me, I don't answer calls. I respond with text messages. Like I reroute them to my email. I'm not giving people more of me than what I want to give right now.
Selfish. She's selfish. And there's nothing wrong with that.
And I believe
there's nothing wrong with that when you were constantly giving.
Well, being the oldest, I was the other parent. And then raising my son as a single parent and knowing my son's father has 6 other children with my former friend that I went to church with. And so
you told me this story before, but I still
so
the audacity
every time
of
you hear it,
it still strikes me, the audacity of it. Like,
so when you have had so many things happen, like your parents died, your brother died, just things happening to you. The last thing that you want to do is take out everything that you're going through out on somebody that don't deserve it. And so I'm very conscientious of, I'm in a mood today, so I'm gonna leave everybody alone.
That's great.
Listen, that's
great.
You have to know to put yourself in the corner sometimes.
That's
like I'm in timeout today. I'm in timeout.
That's great.
You got to.
I suggest don't nobody bother me.
Yep.
Right?
Before something gets said.
For me,
something gets said.
My
exactly.
oasis is the gym. But that's new. That started, I think, in January.
Okay.
So my grandma died in December, and thank you. And she really had a good hand in raising me, and she was a deli manager at Farmer Jack.
Oh, baby, come on, Farmer Jack.
Yeah, at Farmer Jack.
Come on, that Farmer Jack savings card.
And then after Farmer Jack, oh my God, she worked everywhere. But long story short, Nino Savaggio's, Vincent Joe's, that's where she retired.
I love it.
Okay, so she was in the gourmet cheese.
Yes. So did you learn some of your stuff from her?
My cheese cutters are all hers.
Okay, I love it. Come on,
wire
Grandma.
cutters are all
That's
hers.
So beautiful.
So when she passed in December, it took me. It was the most traumatic. It was the most traumatic loss I've ever experienced, and I'm still experiencing it on
December.
days.
This is only May. Yeah,
I know.
And grief does not. That's why
it doesn't have an expiration
people,
date.
Be patient
It's
with yourself.
wild to me.
It's okay because my girlfriend, her sister was murdered.
Oh God.
Rest in peace to her. And I'm just like, I could not imagine the tragedy. And she's like, yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna break down sometimes. And I'm like, that's okay if you do.
Yeah.
Even if it's 5 years from now, because we know grief doesn't just.
It doesn't have an expiration
linear, right?
date.
It comes back.
I've
right.
heard that, but I've never lived. I've never been in those shoes. So Mother's Day, I woke up and I was I didn't even realize, girl, just being so busy as maybe you can relate, but you are just so busy that one day you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm about to pick up the phone.
Yeah.
And you can't call that number anymore.
Well, for me, I guess it's at a different phase. Like Mother's Day, I was okay, but at the end of the day, when you lose your mom or like your brother or father, it's not just on those days, right? It's those days where it's like, man, I sure could use a hug from my mom today. Or man, I wish my dad, me and him could ride around and sip on some Remy Martin and some Coke. And listen to, you know what I'm saying?
It's a regular day, nice weather outside. We could be on the porch together.
Because honestly, my mother was the glue that kept our family together. And right now, my family is so separated. It's disheartening, but it's also it's refreshing to know what you made of without everybody else.
Yes. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. When the good things happen too, I'm just like, oh man.
Yeah. Even
So
those moments.
Kayla, so what do you do for your self-care? Getting back to that.
Oh, the gym.
The gym.
So
okay, you work out in the
She
gym.
passed in December, and then I think
is it
I
a favorite
joined the
machine?
the elliptical.
Okay.
I do the elliptical.
Yeah, I like that.
But I go to Lifetime. So if you don't know what
Oh,
Lifetime,
you boost.
Lifetime.
She ain't lying.
Lifetime.
I'm at Planet Fitness.
Oh, she had a
But you got a jacuzzi.
Oh, okay.
You got a sauna.
I got childcare for 2.5 hours.
You got massages.
Oh, so you got the whole Bally's.
Yeah.
Remember Big Tanny. I'm dating myself.
I started at Planet Fitness, and my husband was I would be going to Planet Fitness as soon as he got home from work. I would run out the door, and then I'd have to come home, and then he had to go.
So they got childcare.
So I was like, guess what? You going off? So I'm going to the gym.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
Roman goes and has his friends. Then I'll pick him up. We'll go have lunch in the cafe. We'll go do our daily dip. Yeah.
My ex-husband
it makes it easy.
Took me to Lifetime because my ex-husband was a physical therapist, a physical fitness trainer.
Okay.
Wait a minute. So that's all. So you single?
I am, and mingling.
Listen,
hey,
y'all better.
How y'all doing? I have one child.
Right,
I have my own stuff.
Like, what is the issue? Like,
I'm working on my credit. It's getting better. I'm honest. I ain't lying. I ain't got nothing to hide. Okay, what's up? Oh,
listen. Okay. So y'all, for those who don't,
but these ninjas is something different, bro. I promise you. I don't know if y'all playing in the front, the back, the middle. I ask so many questions up front. Like, do you have a wife? Are you in a relationship? Do you have a girlfriend? That's
really true.
Do you have to do this? Do you have somebody that thinks they're your girlfriend? Do you have somebody that thinks they're your wife?
Right.
See, a lot of men play a lot of games.
Oh yeah.
They mislead relationships. Because either they want sex, companionship, or they just want to show off and have something on their arm. And a lot of them aren't really looking for real commitment. And then a lot of them are, and they're scared.
And a lot of them probably intimidated by all you do.
That too, because I was on a date the other day and he got mad because some people knew me from my voice. And I was just like, that was a red flag immediately.
Listen, Negro, you better get,
it was a red flag.
You better get on the train or get left behind. That's some BS.
I think that's really important because my first husband, he was so heavenly bound, he was no earthly good. And what I mean by that,
we know what that means. I know what that means.
And
I know what that means.
Because I'm so myself, even more, like I can sit next to my governor with suited and booted, beat to the gods, and I can hang out with my homeless homies wherever I'm at. Right. I can sit on the porch on Joy Road and chill and kick it. And I need somebody who's flexible and versatile.
Like
that understands.
Exactly. Can you transition? Right.
That's what I need.
A lot of people can't do that.
Yeah.
me too.
Joe, listen, y'all grown people. Joe is over here shooting his shot, and I'm not mad at it. Now, Joe, you better be right now.
Joe better be ready though. That be the thing though. They
what do you mean by ready?
So what I mean by ready is if I go and put this on you, are you ready to transition and cut out all of whatever you got going on? Because see, a lot of times people say they ready, right? And I prayed to get married, and then I got married, and I was like, "Whoa, this is marriage? Okay, wait a minute. Maybe I wasn't as ready as I thought I wanted. Maybe I was infatuated with the thought of a wedding. No, wedding.
And by the way, you officiate. You're a minister.
I am a wedding officiant, and I prefer wedding officiants. But I am a minister. I can bury you and marry you.
Okay.
Oh.
And do your christening and all that stuff.
Okay.
Too. So, yeah. But
you're right. Like, and that's what marriage has taught me. Like certain shit you didn't think you thought you was ready, but you weren't.
Yeah.
And marriage will mature your ass. And
marriage will have you looking at yourself.
Right. If you ain't both, if you both are not willing to do the work.
Yeah.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Listen.
Yeah, and we wrapped ours up real nice.
How long were you married?
2.5 years.
So is this Tayshawn's dad? Is this
no.
Okay, so no.
No. Okay. Tayshawn daddy was the guy that had the car while I was in high school. He could get us the drink.
Okay.
And the only reason is because
I was like R. Kelly though.
He was 21. I was 17.
Oh, see.
And my mom was gonna put him in jail. Like,
listen, right,
Rocky. Let me tell you something.
Was he R. Kelly? Because a lot of us had R. Kelly's in high school.
Both Both of them got put out the hospital when I had Tayshawn. My mother got put out and Tayshawn's dad. I was in a hospital with my baby with nobody, just me.
Why you put them out?
I didn't. The hospital did.
Probably did.
They were cutting up?
They were arguing.
Oh.
They said, not in here.
Yeah.
Not with this new
Your
life.
mama was mad. Oh, Lord. That's a whole nother story.
Girl, that's
mama.
a whole
rest
nother.
Rest in peace, mama.
Man.
Wow. Okay, so.
I don't think I'm mad at it, though.
So right quick, let's announce. I wanted to do the special promo, and then where can everyone find you for Kayla? If you all, do you want to announce it, Kayla, or you want me to announce it?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Because I forgot.
So
I'm sure it's great though.
Starting today, starting today through June 1st with the code Mayflowers, you can get 20% off any order of $25 or more. So with the code at rnbcharcuterie.com, not shark coochie, charcuterie. Charcuterie. Mayflowers.
They wore that out.
Mayflowers with an S is the code. Mayflowers. Mayflowers with an S. You get 25% off any board or order over $25. So right quick, where can people find both of you? Because we're gonna wrap it up.
Well, you can Google me.
Right. Girl.
Start there.
Right.
So that's probably the easiest way. But R&B Charcuterie. It's R and the and sign B Charcuterie. So for all you small business owners out there, in case you if you're like really new to this, because I was and I didn't think about this. My business name is R and the and sign and B.
Mm-hmm.
You can't use the and sign on Facebook or
on
Instagram.
The website, right? Because your website is R and the letter N.
On the so in your browser,
right?
Your Instagram profile, your Facebook business profile. So now I have R as in Roman, N as in Nancy, but really that's just replacing the and sign, and then B as in Brody _charcuterie. So that's my Facebook and my Instagram handle.
Okay, say it again.
RNB _charcuterie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So don't be like me. Omit the and from your business name, because people, they'll tag me on Facebook like, you didn't tag me though, because it's RNB, or they'll do, it's just I screwed myself, but
that's
okay. But you can rebrand. But you can rebrand.
Yeah,
I'll have to figure out how.
Yeah,
because I'm stuck on R&B.
I know, but I'm saying you can put the R,
you can put
the
N in there.
You can replace it with
it's so ugly to me,
just temporarily.
It's always something.
All right, Jaja, where can they find you?
Listen,
and where can they hire you? Because you're doing the Speaking Academy too.
I am. I do the Speaking Academy every month. So I have a Public Speaking Academy Masterclass where I teach you how to prepare for these opportunities for media as well as for public speaking. So if you desire to be a public speaker, or if you just want to be a better speaker in public, right? So everybody's not trying to be a public speaker, right? But they want to be better at being able to have dialogue.
Or need to be better. When you're a business owner, you need to be better. You need to get that elevator pitch. You need to be able to.
Yes. So I teach.
I have to go do a pitch
help
as
them,
soon as I leave
sometimes I'll be like, oh.
Well, a lot of that comes from healing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a lot of fear is
because you got a good business idea, but a lot of us are so traumatized. It's hard for us to
get back to that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even want to promote their own business. It's like, well, why did you start it?
Yeah.
You don't want to talk about it.
It's self-doubt.
Right.
It's self-doubt.
So
the naysayers are loud.
Yeah.
Right.
So they can follow me on all social media platforms. My name is Jaja C. Hubbard. That is Z as in zebra, S as in Sam, A as in apple, Z as in zebra, S as in Sam, A as in apple. Yes, I said that twice. So that's 2 Z's, 2 S's, 2 A's. C as in cat, Hubbard, HUBBARD, on all social media platforms. And you can also follow my YouTube page. You know Jaja because you do. Stop acting brand new and fake. Okay, because we family. We on Rocky's Reality. Okay, Detroit is different. And if you want to hire me for a host for your event or moderator, I also have a program, Be a Buddy, Not a Bully, that I work with Detroit Public School Community District, where we have an anti-bullying program. And then what else? I think that's it, y'all.
Yeah, I said it podcast.
Oh, I said it Monday. Yeah. So I'm no longer.
Okay. So, but you still got the I said it.
But I still got I said it. Okay. You can tune in on all social media platforms Monday through Friday at 6 p.m., 6 to 7 p.m. And if you're looking to be a guest on the show, slide in my DMs. Okay. And there we go.
I love it. Okay. And then we already gave your information. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, ladies, let's just end the night with just one tip you would give to anyone who wants to be an entrepreneur or a mompreneur, really. A mompreneur. A black mompreneur.
If you want to desire to be an entrepreneur, if you're an entrepreneur right now, my biggest advice that I would give is give yourself grace. Give yourself grace, the same grace you get to everybody else. Not like the real grace, like when you be like fake nice to people, when you know you really want to go off on them,
girl, or punch them in the throat.
Give yourself that same fake nice. You know, like
that'd be so hard. I'd be like, let me hurry up and get the fuck away from them.
I haven't mastered that yet.
Yeah,
it's hard.
That's good. That's good.
Give yourself that grace, because sometimes we are doing everything for everybody.
Yeah,
and still trying to work our business when our business needs about 9 employees, and we're those 9 employees.
Oh my God. Girl.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So give yourself grace.
That's
Look up grace so you know what it is.
Ring the bell, baby, Jesus. Yeah. So what about you, Kayla?
The best advice I could give: just start. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of not everyone, but just a lot of people that have a lot of great ideas. I can do this. I want to do that. You inspire. I love it. Thank you. Start.
Yeah.
Yep.
Start.
When I spoke to them, that was the event I had before the event on Saturday. I spoke to some moms up in Harrington Elementary for Pontiac schools. And I said to them, what's your dream or passion? Get started. Just do one step.
Yeah,
one step.
Just one step. It ain't gotta be a full plan.
Yeah.
Because even when you make a plan, the shit ain't gonna go that way anyway.
So caught up,
right? Oh, it needs to do this.
Head and I need to go to this business school and write this business plan. And no, that's just that. I'm here to say that's not true.
And I would also say,
a business plan does help.
Yes, a business, but you don't
still get started.
Absolutely,
I
start until you figure out your business plan.
Right,
start. So maybe start with a journal. Start with a checklist. Start with notes in your iPhone.
And ask questions. Don't sit there like
mentor.
You don't know,
or be a mentee.
You'll sit there in frustration. Without asking the questions because you don't want to seem dumb or you don't want to seem like you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing.
When I first
started charcuterie, when I gave away boards. That's what I said. I want your opinion. I want to know how this made you feel.
Yeah.
Anybody who was I was dropping off PR packages. Anybody I could reach.
Yeah.
I just started.
Yeah.
I look back on those boards. I so graciously gave.
Right.
You could not catch me dead putting that on my website today. But I started. I took a chance and I bet on myself and I started.
And I want to say this one last thing before we go.
Yeah.
Anybody can be your customer. So be mindful of how you treat everybody.
Yeah.
I go in a gas station, liquor store. I go anywhere. The homeless homie, the high class chick. The high class chick won't give you nothing, but the homeless, he'll give you $1 before the person with the designer bag. So you just got to be mindful of, don't get so caught up on this particular person being your customer when God could potentially send you a customer through somebody else.
The same God that gave you the business idea will give you the clients.
Baby. Ooh.
And they're also sometimes different.
Yeah.
I would, and that's
the people that I thought would have hired me, they didn't hire me. It was some Smojo blow and the slid $200 right in my hand.
Yeah,
like,
every place I thought thought was my market and their money was at.
Yeah.
That was a lie.
Yeah.
Ooh, child. Yes.
It was a rabbit hole.
Well, ladies, see, we done had church. Listen, I hope y'all caught those gems. I hope y'all caught those gems. But thank you, ladies, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Again, giving y'all your flowers.
We love you, Rocky.
Jaja, I love y'all. Both y'all, if y'all need anything, y'all. Rocky's Reality is here, the platform. Let me know.
I love you. I love you. Rocky is
support.
I tell my husband all the time in charcuterie, I feel like I got a godmom, an auntie.
I love it.
A
You
fairy
need that
godfather.
though in entrepreneurship. You need that.
I said Rocky's my auntie, so I'm going right on that show.
Because you need people that you can vent to that still have that still value you. Like me and her can talk about media stuff or a particular guest or client.
Right.
Because we get it, right? And I don't feel any less than if she shares that. And you need those type of people around you.
Yes, you do.
Because we're strong women, right? And so you're gonna have those weak moments like, what am I doing this?
I'm tired. Right.
And you need somebody to be like, get back to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Get back. What's happening? What you
Cry,
doing?
cry, wipe your face, and get back to it.
And get back to it.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's get it.
Man, so all right, thank you everyone for listening, and thank you all for coming on. And y'all make sure y'all. I can't show my board. I don't want to lift it up, but yeah,
because it look good. I'm
child.
girl. Look, why you ain't bring me one? You fake.
Girl, who are you? Like, I don't know you for real. You see the gas prices?
Get on there.
And do. Look, I'm a sample her.
The coupon
No, I'm gonna say.
Look,
I'm gonna say you can. I'm gonna let you grab a little bit.
Sanitizer, and you grab a little bit. I made her a big one because I was like, maybe she'll share.
Okay.
I
should have brought the wine. Had I known it was some charcuterie.
Listen, y'all have a good night. We'll be on here another hour.
I know.
Y'all have a good night. See y'all next time on Rocky's Reality. We'll back sometime in June, Black Music Month. I'm getting it together now, working on the guests now. So hopefully, God willing, that those messages that I got going out there will be granted.
It is so.
It is so.
Listen, we're going to claim it because I got a big one in mind. It's a big one.
Okay.
In mind. So
I'll drop a
I'm
board
praying.
off. Anything you need.
Listen, you got to pray over, like you said, you got to pray over your business.
Everything.
Like, God, please. So, okay, y'all have a good night.
Okay.
We'll be over here talking forever.
Forever.
Too much to say.
But y'all, if you want to grab some, you can.
No.